everyone, this is Greyshot17.
And Greyshot151 here.
And here, today, we're going to review Deadpool 2.
Yes.
Is it as good as the original? I say yes. He says no. But who's going to win?
I say it's close. The second half is probably as good as the original. The first half.
I think.
In any case, our thoughts. Ryan Reynolds comes back as Deadpool, the fourth wall-breaking, psychotic mercenary with a mouth.
Yep.
With him is his, well, you have Josh Brolin as Cable. We
have Marina Barcine as Vanessa.
I'm glad I give you the other people because
I screwed this up. Julian Denson is Fire Fist, aka the small kid he's trying to protect from Cable, who comes from the future.
TJ Miller's a bartender. I mean, does it really matter who else is there?
Zazie Bates is Domino. I will absolutely say her name.
Oh yeah, Domino's great.
Credit.
If we're just going straight to the characters, Deadpool and Domino are the two top notches. But let's
Cable,
be honest, Peter's a solid fourth to Josh Brolin's third. Because while Cable is good, and great, Peter is just right behind him in regards to hitting it right in the soul.
They have a lot of good characters, like every single character, just like in the original Deadpool, does a good job, except for the villain, whose kind of like motives are a little bit lackluster and you don't know much. I like the villains better in this because they're each different sides of evil or villainy or antagonists.
The villain in this one also is much more, how do I say this? I think the villain in this one is...
You have three types. You have the primary antagonist trying to do bad things to help someone. You have a primary antagonist that is trying to do good things to help himself. And then you have the primary antagonist who does bad things just because he likes doing bad things. I think that encompasses all three.
Okay, touche.
The effects, I would also say in this film were good. The pacing's really good, except for in the beginning, the first 5 minutes are a little weird because it goes up and down with laugh out loud funny to really dark to laugh out loud funny and then once again really dark. And you're just like, I feel like they could have balanced this out. But after the 10 minutes, it just nails it throughout the entire film. Once again, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. Almost every single joke lands, and there are some moments where I laughed harder in this than I have in quite some time, especially the mid-credit scene, which I will get into later.
Yeah, those end-credit scenes are the best in any superhero movie by far.
The story itself, I feel like, is a little maybe convoluted, more so than the first one. But that being
just a lot.
But that being said,
that's why again my strength of the first movie.
Yeah,
a more concise story and better worked. What I will say about this though is the side characters in this movie, especially Domino, pull their weight. It's super good.
Yeah, each one can go toe-to-toe with Deadpool in certain situations. Not just physically, but also just in the comically, chops.
Yeah. Also, in regards to jokes, this movie fires rapid punch. And, everyone doesn't work.
Yeah.
There are a few, there are music references that don't work.
I say
there are some that reference the X Mansion or
the X Mansion was great.
I'm saying those were the better ones.
Oh, okay.
In regards to which ones worked and which ones didn't, the emphasis on the action or the action itself, there's more than the original, I would say.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed it.
Really good.
Yeah,
a lot of fights are better than the original. But the problem with me is this movie does a lot of repeating in so many aspects that you might as well be watching the original in a lot of the same shots because they do the exact same thing in a lot of the situations. Yes, they do a few new things, but it feels like I'm repeating this joke and we're repeating this one from the first movie. Okay, this one's been okay, don't need to see that. It's you know what I mean?
They repeat the joke, but they change it up.
Not enough.
But they him being stabbed in the head. They didn't have an animated sequence. They just had him give a bro hug with Colossus, and his relationship with Colossus is by far one of the best relationships in this movie. Yes, you could say, "Oh, Greyshot, isn't he in love with Vanessa?" Yeah, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if he's banging Colossus on the side because goddamn, they have the best relationship. Again, every time Colossus on screen, he's just like. He's trying to help Deadpool. He really is.
Any case, moving on to other things.
Negasonic Teenage Warheads in this, also really good.
Yeah, there's also a few villains that also work out in this movie.
That's why I said the villains in this are better than the original. The story is a little less, but the villains are better for each what they do. Or antagonists, I should say.
Last thing I will say is the first half of this movie is a bit slow and a bit convoluted. The second half, though, picks things up greatly, and it felt more like a Deadpool movie. Once they reference a team again, Brandon Point, you see that in the trailers. Once that happens, then it feels like a Deadpool movie after. It just it takes a while to get there. And there are a few things that are a little slow that I was just like, okay, can we pick this up? Overall, though, this is a fantastic movie. It is probably not as good as Avengers, but I would still give it... If the original Deadpool got like a 9, I would say this gets like an 8. Few sequences, slower first half, few sequences that drag on too long, but overall, a fantastic movie.
And in case you're wondering why, once again, fantastic action, great cast, fantastic acting by Ryan Reynolds and everyone else. Like, seriously.
Some great jokes.
Great jokes that both help form the X-Men universe and also at other universes like MCU or
the end
DC.
credit scene in particular.
Yeah,
ensure this movie stays at least an 8.
Yes, I was like, this should be a freaking 9. Remember, Deadpool was our favorite film of, was it 2016? Mm-hmm. So this is already like one of my favorites of the year so far. So I can't wait to see. And like I said, the mid-credit scene is great. The cast is great. The pacing, except for the beginning, is really good. And for me, as soon as Deadpool gets to the mansion, that's where everything just goes at a really good pace. But overall, yes, I will say that the mid-credit scene kind of helped make sure it kept it stable. Because I was unsure after that first 10 minutes, like, is this going to be good? Nope. It just ensured through and through that Deadpool knows exactly what it's doing. And I love it for it.
I guess let's get to
if we give it to an 8 out of 10... Oh, 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
We can now move on to spoilers.
Colossus is in this, and you can't stop him.
Oh my god. The music. So they play on the music because you hear like the hums of like the orchestra. And
it's like a
screaming.
Russian chant. Like, I don't like what they use in Halo.
Yeah.
And if you go listen to the actual
song,
vocals of the... it works so well.
Yep.
Also, the kid being the villain in the future... I thought he was actually going to be Cable because I thought Cable had the powers of like he could do fire, but then he got the talent, the middle arm. Totally. Because
Cable is the son of Jean Grey and Cyclops. So that's also, I'm like, okay, I want to see this world because we know they're alive. They also make fun of Wolverine.
Right,
like,
the one with the hands is his brother. That's right.
Yeah. So the thing about this movie I like is the fact they keep poking fun of Logan.
Yeah.
The first shot is a doll or like action figure of Logan being stabbed, and it's just like he plays it like it's a goddamn ballerina on the dance thing. I'm just like. And also they play like I think the same music as Logan did, but the spoiler, Deadpool dies in this, and he's just like there and he just won't die. He's just like keeps saying stuff, and you're just like in the theater
like fuck you, Wolverine, for taking the first death in an R-rated movie.
Yeah,
it deserved to be mine. Which again, this movie pokes fun at itself a ton.
Yeah, there's a moment where he talks with just a head, and it's just great. Or like him being carried with a dead torso just around by Domino. Oh, by the way, the X-Force is in this, and then they're dead, which was that was the biggest surprise, and I laughed so hard.
Yeah, he literally murdered. Literally, the X-Force get murdered.
Matt Damon
horribly,
and Brad Pitt have cameos in this, which are hilarious, both of them.
Matt Damon is in this?
Yeah.
Knew it.
Yeah, he's the one of the two.
He's
drinkers.
the trucker, toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And the other guy's from Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which I highly recommend. Another great comedy / horror film.
Yes. But overall,
with a mid-credit scene, you want to explain why it's so funny?
Oh yeah, he kills the original Deadpool in Wolverine Origins.
He saves Vanessa, who dies in this, by the way. And I was like, okay, that's a cheap way. But that being said, she kept coming back throughout the film, so I was happy with that. Because at least she was, like, presence of being like, okay, kind of helping Deadpool.
You know what I just realized? What? Solo's like X-Men Origins Wolverine. I doubt they're going to make another origin story after Solo. Because it's not as bad, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any case, back to this. But yeah, no. The one thing I will say about this
Juggernaut
movie,
fight versus Colossus was great.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Downside, Vanessa dies in the first 10 minutes.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's where the movie could have taken a really bad downturn. That's why I was worried about that first 10 minutes. But then, again, they do enough with it where Deadpool is affected by it. And that's the thing about movies is like Transformers. Didn't you date that one girl? Yeah, she was a bitch. Didn't we have like 2 movies to build this person's relationship or something? And like other films do that where they change out the main actress. And it's just, or Ted 2. Ted to Ted 2. They change out the main like love interest and it doesn't work. But yeah.
Or you mean like in the Transformers movies, they replaced Megan Fox for this other chick? It's like, who are you? Why should we care that you're in danger?
Oh, look, she's hot
if
with
these
the
movies
wind
were
blowing.
actually good, I mean,
yeah,
I might care.
But you get the idea of like
they change someone.
They build
and
up a character, they remove it, and add someone else. Like, don't you like it? And everyone's like, no.
But oh no, actually, there's one instance I enjoyed. Thor, I hated that couple, but when they got rid of her,
my problem is
yes.
I'm still waiting for a certain character, Lady Sif, to come back. Come on, Marvel, please, just have Lady Sif alive, please.
I mean, this isn't
please.
spoilers, but apparently she's dead.
They said she's alive.
That was in a press conference after the movie.
Oh,
so
did she die from Infinity War?
Or it's on spoilers, so why should I be saying this? In any case, overall thoughts on the movie. I didn't like that. The slow first half. It's a few pick-me-ups, but it's relatively slow. And
and it made fun of itself from the first film. They had jokes leading back to the first film.
True, but I think they repeated a few too many. Like, him rebuilding half his body was a little overdone.
Yeah,
the death sequence was a little slow. There were just
the cab driver was great.
Yeah, the cab driver was great. There was just a lot of repeat jokes that I didn't enjoy. Which kind of wore on me a little bit. Overall, though, definite recommendation. Super good.
It's a fantastic comedy.
Yeah,
with great action bits. Also a little bit gorier than the first film, I would say. Though the first film had a burned half a naked Ryan Reynolds fighting the guy with swords and being chopped up. So I guess it's not that.
Yeah, maybe not as I would say. Maybe
okay,
one moment.
maybe the gory cut like
Colossus
Juggernaut
rips
no
Deadpool
Colossus
in half.
Juggernaut rips Deadpool in half. That's the moment where Juggernaut.
Oh yeah, Juggernaut.
And I'm just like Juggernaut's literally like
strong Russian guy.
I'm going to break you now. It's like I'm gonna pull you in two, and it's like, okay, awesome, great job. So other than that, go see Deadpool 2 over Solo, and I would also say go see Infinity War if you haven't seen it already as well. Those are probably
just
like...
go see them. They're all good. Just, avoid Solo.
Maybe see
so-so.
Solo. Yes, Solo's so-so, but Deadpool and Avengers are both great.
Yes.
And again, we have a whole nother month without superhero... Oh, wait, no, Incredibles 2. So...
Technically, Upgrade is like superhero as well, because he's technically a
God
guy.
damn it.
He gets an AI, gets superpowers.
Are you bored of superhero movies yet? Well, this film's like, no,
I wonder
you're
if he'll
not.
be able to dodge bullets. I'm actually kind of curious if they would do that. Like, him like dodging and be like, huh, this is interesting.
Also, I always love when people do that, when it's like they dodge bullets, but it's like, you know, a bullet's going 700, if not faster, or miles per hour at your face. I mean, if you see that coming, then you have an incredibly fast reaction time that can see, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You can move, like, incredibly fast. So that's why I'm just like, they can do that, but they can't dodge a punch. I'm like, really? Really? But in any case, that's going to be it for this.
Deadpool couldn't block the bullets.
To be fair, though, Deadpool lived. In any case,
this is true.
This has been
Greyshot. Not
Greyshot.
incentivized that much. Anyways, this is Greyshot 151 and 117, and we will catch you all in the next review. Later, guys.
Hello everyone, and before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Ollie, Joey, Ace, Aaron, Leo, Nick, and Tim. Thank you for your amazing support, and thank the remaining Patreon supporters for your support as well. But seriously, you guys rocked. It's been Greyshot 17, and I'll see you all next time.